Hello, I'm Sora Luxon, and this is Tarot Card the Magician. Where the Fool is origin zero, beginning that journey, the Magician is card one of the trumps of the tarot. So you have that shift from the Fool starting a journey to the Magician going about the fulfillment of that goal. First and foremost, advising the equilibrium, the amalgamation, the unification of the elemental powers controlled by the mind. If you pull the Magician from the deck, you have everything you need already at your disposal. You have everything you need in order to make your magic, your idea, your plan, your intuitive or inspired vision a manifest reality. What we're looking at is an adept standing behind the altar while dedicating the minor arcane implements of the goblet, sword, wand, and earth pentacle. This is the card of beginnings carried into the fulfillment of actualization and attainment. A card of mastery. Mercury creates an avenue between Kether and Bina. It is comprehension. It is intellect, which collects and accumulates knowledge, which then flows into the house of life. And that is being shown here. Whatever it is you're passionate about, fully engaged in, diving headlong into, you have all the resources you need to make it happen. The adept, that is the magician has extraordinary power. This is an individual who possesses great balance and wisdom, which can actually be applied in action. Someone who walks the hidden way with incredible aptitude. A master who is masterful. An individual who is in control of their skills and abilities. This is the creation card. From the origin into one. This is the making real card. Someone who can manifest as they choose to. Who is a way. The honed instrument of energy, who can create as they choose to create, who is connected to the great energies and then is a vehicle for those powers, knowingly, for that energy, and can make real what they want. The path of Beth being 12 advises not only of the connection between the crown and the Maya Elohim, but also the union and fusion into a single compound of the entire zodiac. So quite powerful. Luckily, the magician uses his powers for good. This isn't a gloomy or negative card, right? It's not dark. It's not depressing. This is an individual flooded by light, wardrobed in the pure intent of his clean works, right? You can see that white linen shift. Backlit fully by the sun as life springs forth all around him. In dedicating his tools to the craft on the altar before him, he's drawing power not only through himself, but the whole of his surroundings as well. Given no environmental foreground or background other than the mystic rose and lily emblems, which seemingly are springing from nowhere, the magician not only does his ritual here on the earthly plane, but is also obviously in the wash of the light of the astral. This card speaks of the focusing of energy, the ability to use that energy willfully to gain specific ends by active endeavors, to choose and begin a goal and then fulfill that chosen goal. The adept is the chosen. So there is an impetus here, not only of great empowerment, but of feeling compelled, of being driven to do something, and then of being able to express that outwardly into fulfillment. So what to do if the magician advises you? Well, the magician upright, you're in the spotlight and you have the skill, you have the ability. So whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, get on it. Do it. See, I'd call this the Nike card, just do it. But Nike is actually not just a logo, but also a god. And that god isn't actually being suggested here. Hermes is here in the Magician. Tahuti of the Adept is shown, but not necessarily the lesser deity form of Nike, which came much later. Anyway, regardless of all that, this is still very much the do it card. You have the skill, wisdom, and adaptation to bring your vision. So do it. Bring your vision. Make it real. You have the tools. They're there before you. So use them. Craft tools, occulted tools, and hidden powers included. The Magician is eternal occulted wisdom in harmony. So if you step forward with dignity, mindfully, to the task at hand, it shall be so. It shall be done. You have the skills of emotion, communication, passion, logic, the energy and force to act with purpose, the earthly resources like finances. All is before you, and all will be used to best effect. So use those tools, use those skills. Be open to using those tools you might not even know you have. Trust in your abilities and intuition, in the sudden insights offered. And you're running the show, right? The Magician isn't hanging in the background. He isn't hiding in the wings. You're front and center. So step forward with confidence. Direct with confidence. Ask for what you need with confidence. Communicate your idea or project or goal with confidence. Authority within the circle is where the Magician lives. So display that conviction and self-assurance with firm poise. What to do if the Magician reversed presents itself? Well, this is what I do call the stay frosty card. Like, stay frosty, my friends, right? Or the get it together card. Like, get it together before you go. Like, if you were to go on a trip, you're about to go camping, but you're all scattered and you manage to lock yourself out of your own car by losing your keys before you even get the tent in the back seat. That's this card. The Magician in its reversed form is a symbol of misdirected, possibly entirely undirected, scattered energies. There is no focus, or there is the wrong focus going on here. Focusing on the wrong thing or things. Confusion, ineptitude, a lack of will and control will leave someone drifting. And someone who drifts is open to any and all influences. It generates weakness. The Magician reversed doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clear purpose, so he's all over the place, accomplishing nothing, or even worse, perhaps, all the wrong things. If you're wanting something right now, or wanting to do something, it probably isn't the right or best thing. It might actually be detractive, harmful, negative in some way to you or others if you get your way, if you get what you're wanting right now. At the very least, if there is some goal or aspiration that you have right now, the Magician reversed shows that you really don't know how to get it, or you're completely unsure of how to go about getting it, to where you're getting in your own way. You're holding the process up by misdirecting energy into things like confusion or worry or being haphazard or maybe dangerously negligent. Powers that aren't channeled correctly, mental energies that aren't given clear and useful avenues, will find their own paths and can become anxiety, emotional disorders, panic attacks maybe. All of these things will be realized as those energies find a way to release. All sorts of problematic outcomes as the power uncontrolled and unbalanced, given no clear road to be useful, finds a way to manifest, and it will. In an occult reading, the Magician reversed is just that, an individual of great power who misuses their skills or uses their abilities for negative, harmful, bad reasons or goals. This is a deceitful and cunning liar, someone who leads, a grand manipulator, someone who misrepresents their intentions, their aims, who they are, what they hope to achieve. They aren't telling the truth about it. If you've read Lord of the Rings, this is Sauron, right? this is a good magician reversed into a bad one. This is the mighty turned into a powerful Bane. It's Harry Potter. It's Voldemort, right? Insert your favorite magical bad guy here. It's whatever magical bad guy that all the good guys are constantly having to move against and then win against. That's the magician reversed. Someone with real and powerful abilities being used wrongly and achieving those wrong aims. Someone of great authority. Someone who is just actually really confused, and that's severely messed them up, and they would do well to go look in a mirror for a good long time and do some introspection. But in the average reading, the magician reversed usually just advises of some confusion or frustration of not being able to get to where you're going, or not knowing how to maturely manage the journey in order to get there, that journey begun by the origin card, the Fool. It happens. You aren't communicating well, maybe, or you're unsure of stuff, and that's holding you back. You lack a clear, directed focus. You're aggravated, maybe, frustrated, perhaps, just sort of ready to throw your hands up, throw the towel in. That kind of thing is going on. Things aren't going your way. Or it's possible someone near you is being dishonest, deceptive, coercive, sabotaging. You get the idea. So that's the Stay Frosty card, right? That's when I said stay frosty. You want to keep a keen eye out for that sort of thing. Be prepared for it. Proactively lock your file doors at work. Change that computer password. Maybe change the way you come home in the evenings. Head on a swivel sort of thing. You don't have to be stressed and you don't have to be anxious, but it never hurts to be aware. So be aware. Stay frosty. What else can you do with the magician reversed? Well, you don't have the tools you need right now to do whatever it is you want to do. Not yet anyway. Most likely those skills or resources or abilities, connections, whatever, it isn't there for you right now. So rather than be frustrated by what isn't there, take that next step. What do you need to do? Go get what you need, right? Go get those tools. Go get them. Start gathering those tools. Gather and hone those skills. Gain that experience. Find those channels, those talents. Go get your toolkit. Once you have your tools, then the ritual, the magic, the action to acquire the goal can begin. Proactively anticipate problems so that you can deal with them, because they are coming at you or are going to come at you seemingly from nowhere. So be ready for that. And go find a hammer, because you're never going to get that nail through the board without it. Whatever your idea was, your plan, your vision, your want, this isn't the moment to move forward on it. Don't try to put the nail through with your hand, right? There's a reason you're frustrated. Take the time to get what you need in order to make it work correctly before pushing it uselessly forward. There are dilemmas, issues, obstacles here that might not be easy to see at first glance as well. So take the time to look for them, find them, and work them out before pressing on. Until next time.